Hello and welcome to Point Park University Esports playing in the NACE division. This
going
is
on?
the first match of our League of Legends season in our spring of 2022 semester. We're coming at you live from downtown Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
I am Carson Brunn.
I'm Ricky, and we are coming to you live with the first game of the season for Point Park Esports, and we already got some bands going on over here.
We're playing Syracuse today, which is exciting. We're in the band phase right now.
It seems like the our side banned Diana and Kha'Zix, which, and then they banned Victor. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, they banned Shen. Shen is a really good top lane.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what Kakita is gonna pick.
I am not quite sure. But we're really happy to be back. We hope everyone had a great holiday season.
Yeah, definitely.
Really nice, Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. We hope everyone had a great time. We're excited to be back.
Can't wait, bro. I've been
Yeah,
waiting for the league season
yeah.
to start, bro.
Yeah, we've all been really excited for this.
And of course, we have Jinx as I'm assuming the carry, which is usually he is in the carry lane, which is bot
Yeah.
lane.
So we're excited for this. We're ready to bring you guys some really great league content this season.
Oh yeah,
And-
man, it's gonna be a great season. Dude.
Yeah, and we have like a little bit of like word on the street that we are potentially going to be having possibly some Valorant content as well this semester. So
I'm hoping.
yeah,
I'm
I'm really hoping too because that was a lot of fun
Yeah,
last semester.
it seems like they have Corky, and Corky is just a really annoying mid laner. From
Yeah.
watching just the pro league gameplay, they like to pick that a lot.
Yeah, they did. They picked him a lot.
Let me see. We're going with Kaisa. Okay, it's a pretty good pick.
Mm-hmm.
See, we got glorified places. Picking now.
Yes, we do.
I'm wondering how this is going to play out because the ranks from our team and for Cypress team is bit of a small rank gap.
It's not a really big gap, but there's a little
Yeah.
bit of a gap there. So it'll be
And we
interesting
have
to see.
Leona. Oh my gracious. Leona, one of the most annoying supports in League, literally.
Yeah.
She's really, really useful with her utility and being able to just initiate in fights. I cannot wait to see what they do here.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this.
Then also, if you have not heard, we are also sponsored by Red Bull Point Park Esports.
Yes, we are. That's super cool. Thanks for bringing that up, Ricky Bobby.
Yes,
I
sir.
almost, I don't want to forget
Let me
about
take
that.
a sip of this.
Red Bull, super awesome. They hooked us up, man. They sent us coolers. They sent us product. We're really happy about that.
I'm very grateful for them.
Yeah, really happy to obviously like rep this and have their name here with us for our esports program. That's super cool.
It's the best way to get you into the zone in the game, always.
Yeah, big shout outs to Red Bull.
Oh, and we have Heckram. Okay. This is pretty interesting because Heckram in jungle may be top, but he's usually a jungler. He's really, really good with initiating with his R, and is really, really good with just starting in team fights.
Yes.
So I'm hoping this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting.
All right, we've got Kukwid
We have 4 bans right now.
Yeah, and Kukwid's back into picking a ban.
Banned Wukong. Okay.
All right.
That's different. Wukong is a really, really... Oh.
Another ban.
They banned Nunu. Okay. Some pretty different bans right here, just
Yeah.
compared to what I usually look at. So
Another ban.
that is... Let's see. Oh, yeah. That's Camille. Super annoying. Goodness gracious.
All right, we got Syracuse getting their 4th pick.
Nautilus. Okay. I say that's a pretty good support.
Pioneers picking now for their support as well.
Malphite, really? Okay. Malphite's pretty good in the he's pretty good in top, but he can also be a pretty good jungler. At least in my opinion. At least in my opinion.
Yeah, okay, all right.
We got the Kiwi picking now. All right, so both teams have 5 bans making their last picks, and we should be starting very, very soon.
Yeah,
I want to see how both teams play. I'm hoping that maybe we can see an early game invasion, maybe at blue or maybe at red. That'd be
Yeah.
really, really cool. And also, that is just a huge advantage you can get. Oh, and we have Gwen. I'm excited to see
Yeah.
Gwen. She is a new hero that came out, I want to say 2-3 months ago. And, oh, my goodness,
And
she's a
now,
lovely hero.
for those unfamiliar, the teams have now picked their champions, but they were picking their champions in a different order than where they're
Yep.
aligned on the screen. So now they're doing a bit of a trading phase where
That's why it was all about priority for the characters that they wanted. And now
Yes.
they're trading to the actual roles that your players are going to play.
right. So glorified places could have picked a bottom lane if
Yep.
that was the first thing they wanted to select for as an example, and then those would be rotated through for those who aren't familiar.
Exactly.
So we've gone through that rotation phase now. So these are
This is
The-
looking like a
yeah.
very Cycross has a very, very strong team. They have Gwen, Hecarim, Corki, Kaisa, and Nautilus. Nautilus and Hecarim, and even Gwen, in a sense, are going to be really, really annoying in
Yeah.
team fights.
But these are the positions, and also I guess for those unfamiliar, on the top would be your top laner. So if you, in the map here in the middle, that obviously the lane which would be I guess closer toward the left. That's your top lane,
Yep.
and then you have your jungler second, and they're gonna be
They will be just roaming around
Yeah.
through the red side and the blue side of the maps, which we'll obviously see when we get into the game.
and then in the middle there you have obviously your mid laner, which would be taking care of the engaging with fights in the middle,
Yep, of
and
course.
then you have your bottom support,
Mm-hmm.
which is just trying to keep your bottom laner alive.
Yeah, of course.
While they farm for gold and get their items set up so that they can become more of a force later on in the game.
That's what's
For
very
those
unique
unfamiliar.
in the game. I really like watching bottom lane because
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting
if
to
bottom
watch.
lane if either carry gets fed, then the game is I want to say basically almost over. Or they'll basically stomp through endgame and mid game if they get fed, and then they'll be just absolute nukes in late game, which is always cool to see
Yeah.
with carry. But then again, that's why you have junglers, because they take care of the carries since they're super squishy. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see what they're going on. And by the ways, everyone, we do have a little bit of a delay, so it will take some time
Yes.
to load into the game. But we will keep you all updated when we get into the game.
And I guess like for those unfamiliar with League of Legends in general, this is a MOBA. So you have two teams of 5 who are fighting each other on this, which is the Summoner's Rift.
Yep.
And you are fighting. Your main objective is to destroy the Nexus, which is that big red. You can't see the blue one in here, really. But
Yeah.
you can see the red one up there. So the two teams will be trying to destroy each other's crystal, and then along the way, there's additional objectives. So each of the lanes have towers, which are just defenses basically that are just controlled just by the game, and you have to destroy those. And then there's also inhibitors.
This will be
which-
definitely way easier to describe when we get into the game.
yeah.
I see you trying to go trying to go off the
I was
memory
just trying
right
to
here.
get. I was trying to get.
It's
just-
pretty
just-
impressive.
I was just trying to give the people a little something just so they sort of know what's going on. Basically,
Definitely.
it's very objective based. The two teams are going to be vying to destroy the Nexus back there. It's going to be really exciting. So we're getting in the game.
Yep, and we're just waiting right
Yeah,
now.
we're waiting right now. We have to get that 3-minute delay out of the way.
I'm very. It's very interesting that Cycross they banned Vladimir, they banned Shen, and
Uh-huh.
they banned Nunu. Those three kind of like, I don't know, they kind of stick out to me because I understand that Nunu is a very, very good jungler, but I felt like that could have been used for, I guess another jungler. I would say. I don't
Yeah.
know. I wouldn't really. I don't know. If that was me, I would not have wasted my ban on Nunu. But then again, I am not a diamond to plat player. I am
Guys,
a
Ricky Bobby's going to play in our
bronze.
next match. Ricky Bobby's going
I'm
to play
an
in our
absolute
next
bronze.
match, guys.
All right, we finally get to the loading screen. My goodness,
We
I
are not
love
cutting
that
that out. Coach, Ricky Bobby wants to play in the next match.
Oh my gosh, put me in, man. All righty, and here we
We're
go.
in.
We are finally in the game. I cannot wait.
Here we go.
I really want to see. I want to see an invasion. I'm dying for an invasion right
Yeah.
now. But as we're going, game is starting. The first
Here we go.
dragon is going to be up in 4 minutes, and that is going to be
Yes.
the Wind Dragon, which that is going to be very, very
And
cool.
the dragon is a neutral objective. For those unfamiliar, neutral
Yep.
objective that both teams are going to be vying for. If you successfully kill that dragon, your team obtains a buff depending on which type of dragon it is, and there are 5 types of dragons.
It seems like we have
So we'll be going for that.
we got Cyclops right now near the bottom lane, bottom jungle, kind of looking right now. Everybody's looking like they're playing safe right now, just trying to see
Yeah.
what the other one is going to do.
Yeah, everyone's, I would imagine, strategizing here a little bit.
Oh yeah, no, they're definitely looking. I can see
Yeah.
that they're definitely looking for if which other team is going to invade. That is definitely what
Yes.
everybody's looking for right now, just to see what is going to happen. But I think everybody is going to come back, and it seems like Point Park V is going to go for her blue first instead of her red.
So it looks like in the chat there we have the ocean dragon spawning.
Oh, yes.
So that'll be first. We have a little red team there fighting one of the neutral objectives. And we've got a little engagement here in the middle lane.
They're spoken out, trying to get their CS up.
Yes. Trying to farm a little bit here, I'd imagine.
See, and for those who are also unfamiliar, we show love to those who are not familiar with the game. CS does mean creep score.
If anyone watching is not aware of what's happening in this game, it is okay.
Yeah, it's a very complex game, so we definitely understand.
We
but we're happy that you're
everyone
here.
Yeah, we're happy to have anyone here watching.
All right, we got a lot of action.
We have some fights
That's
here
hot.
happening here.
Some poking in the bottom lane. I'm hoping
Yeah.
to see maybe we can get a little bit more aggressive since they do have Leona.
Yeah, we got some fights going on here.
Okay, there we go.
Ooh,
Leona's
push them-
engaging.
Oh, there we go.
Their ADC is still level 1. Oh, we got a root. Oh, that could be the first. Oh my gosh!
First blood.
It jinxed with the first blood.
There we go.
Oh my gracious! Allison playing amazing.
Yeah. We got more fights here. We're in a mid lane now.
Corky just playing super aggressive right now. Yamo definitely has a lot of confidence
Yeah.
in playing Corky. You could definitely see that was definitely his comfortable pick. Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
Let me see. I'm not seeing a lot going on with the junglers right now. They're kind of just playing. Oh, and V might be looking for a gank right now.
Yeah.
From what it looks like. Yep. Oh, and that was the stun.
There he
There we
goes.
go. Oh, and he just got out.
Got out of there.
Wow. Oh my goodness, I was hoping.
I kinda
for
thought
that
he was
to
gonna
be
get him.
second
I'm not gonna
blood.
lie to
No,
you.
that would have been perfect. Would have
Yeah.
loved that. Seems like we have some pinging near the bottom. A lot of action going
Top
on. The top
lane.
Gwen is just playing absolutely ferocious right now. And we got Hecarim coming up to try and help the Gwen from what it looks like. Oh, and Hecarim playing in the left river, blue side of the jungle. See, he's getting the Scuttle Crab for vision, and he got it.
Nice. That's huge.
So Cyclops has vision
Oh.
in the blue jungle side, and Point Park has vision in the right jungle side.
Yeah.
I do want to say I do always prefer to have vision, and because I'm a a little noob jungler man. It's always nice to have vision. Well, you want to prioritize the vision
Yes.
in the right jungle on Drake's side because Drake is just such a pivotal objective, and it's always nice to get first.
Yeah, both teams are going to want to pick that up.
Not really much of a goal difference right now. It's looking pretty even though we are
Yep.
up and we did have the first blood. But Hecarim, he's looking to get that Malphite. They're just waiting right now. Hecarim is just, oh my gosh, Hecarim is just creeping right now.
Yeah.
Just waiting for him. And Gwen pushing up her minions. Could be a possible
Okay.
gate, but I think it just, took too long, and now Hecarim's kind of stuck in the jungle right now.
We are now.
Oh, but he's engaging.
Yes, in blue side jungle.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be their first kill.
Oh,
wow.
Nice.
What an amazing gank by Hecarim. He was looking for the gank on Malphite in top lane and then decided to go for the gank in mid lane with Corky. It's very nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yamo inside with a very good play. It looks like
Oh.
we got a lot of action down in bottom lane right now.
Yeah, bottom lane's where it's at.
Is Allison going to get another kill? My Fight has Gwen low. They're both low.
Oh,
Can Kakui do something? Oh!
oh, he needs some.
Oh, and he's going to push up. Oh, and if V
Alright, so
can
now
get
we've got-
there. Oh,
yeah.
and V can get there for the gank. Oh, and it seems like
We got red team
Syracuse is
fighting for
getting
the
the
dragon.
first dragon. Oh, they're trying to steal the dragon, though. Oh, but they got
Alright,
the
Syracuse
dragon.
got the first dragon.
Yamo, he confirmed that dragon. That was, oh, man, that's really good.
So
Alright.
that's gonna be a little rough for the Pioneers, but
Yeah, it's a little
they
bit
can turn
rough.
this around. Yeah, they can turn this around. It's still very early in this game.
We're 6 minutes in. We have a little bit of a goal difference right now. Cypress at 9.2K, and we have Point Park at 8.9K.
Yes.
Not too big of a difference, but it will get bigger if Cypress gets the next Drake.
Yeah, Point Park definitely has to pick up this next dragon here for sure.
Still even in kills. Everybody's just
Yep.
still playing a bit slow right now.
And these games run long, so it's still very early. Anything can happen, I think, still at this
I'm
point.
definitely expecting to see some action though by 9 minutes or 10 minutes. Definitely like to see some more ganks.
Yep.
And we got Heckam getting the Scuttle Crab again.
Yeah.
And Cypress secures the Scuttle Crab to have vision. Oh my gosh, they have so much vision
Yeah, they have a ton.
on bottom jungle side. It's just holy crap. See if we can maybe if our side can try to ward off
This
right
little
now.
this little fight's been going on for quite some time.
Oh yeah, top lane is just
So yeah, this is
top really just
Still here.
they're unbothered. You
Yeah.
don't really hear from them much.
no, they don't
Unless
really.
they get
They
ganked or
don't worry
something.
about what's going on with the rest of the world. They're just
See like
up
Leona
there.
Leola and Jinx are trying to make a play right now.
Yep.
Can my boy Alisson make a move right now? Oh, and Heckam
Oh
going in.
no!
Oh, and Heckam looks like he misses his ultimate,
He missed.
but they
Oh
still
my
confirm the
gosh.
kills. Wow.
Jeez.
This Heckam having an amazing game
Alright.
right now. And they're going in. to
Bottom
secure
lane
it.
push.
Oh, and Kaisa uses her flash to confirm that kill, but takes a lot of tower damage.
Yeah, it took a lot of time.
But it seems like they're going to trade that out because it seems like we are getting a pick in top lane. Hopefully.
Get her.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. And
Wow.
Gwen securing it. Oh, and Malphite secures the kill.
Holy
Wow.
cow.
That's really good for our side, but wish we didn't have to lose V in the process.
Yeah, it was a bit of a
trying to get
trade
that
there.
kill. Yeah.
It was probably a little unfortunate.
But now, as you can see, we have a pretty wide goal difference now because Cypress has confirmed those 2 kills and those 2 engagements.
Yeah.
It's 13.7K.
Yeah, we need some plays here from the Pioneers.
And we should see some
Can we
builds
get
starting to come together.
A little bit of a push
soon.
on the bottom lane here.
Oh, V looking to engage Heckram, but she has to be careful, though, because we have Nautilus and Corky coming around.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, and it seems like Seer is going to confirm the Rift Herald.
Yep. That's
But since they're confirming the Rift Herald, I think that would be a trade-off since Point Park is getting the bottom tower.
Yep, Point Park's pushing in.
So fairly heavy
Trying to get that armor plating off the statue for bonus gold.
Kaisa trying to push them back, but I'm not seeing a lot from her. Got Malphite and Gwen is just playing so aggressive at top lane, but it's looking like a massive
Yeah.
gank going on right now.
Whoa.
Maybe could be the end of Gwen, actually. Or they could try to keep fighting, but Gwen is just have so much
No.
life steal. And then Heckram comes
Oh,
in with the
no.
amazing ultimate.
That was a really nice
Oh,
play.
and Seer confirms the kill on Malphite.
No.
And V's by herself. She's low. Oh,
Oh!
but Jinx with the cross. Oh, my gosh. With
What a
across
shot.
the map. What a fantastic skill shot.
What
by
a
Jinx.
shot. Wow.
Allison is just having quite the game right now.
Yeah. We've got Syracuse moving in on bottom lane tower.
That's gracious. And Senma and Gigi are playing so aggressive in bottom lane right now. And they pop
summon the Rift
the
Herald.
Rift Herald on bottom lane.
Oh boy.
And I believe that will be
Oh,
our first tower.
jeez.
Oh, man. But they
Yeah, that's
destroy
first
it.
tower most likely.
And Corky with some insane pressure in mid lane. He just
Yeah.
keeps on pressuring our mid. She can't really do a lot. So
All
he's
right, they
going
backed off a
Hecarim.
little bit.
Hecarim is doing a lot for his team right now, and that's, as I mentioned in the ban phase, Hecarim is just a really, really good character to confirm kills and to initiate team fights, and he's doing that very well right now. But we do have Drake coming up, the second Drake of the game. Yep, and it seems like Point Park is going to try to
Yeah.
secure that. But it seems like that's going to be another team fight. I'm going to confirm his Scuttle Crab right now and try and get some vision.
You see a little bit of that gold difference come into play now, especially with those 2 additional kills for Syracuse.
Yeah, definitely.
So we're seeing a little bit of that gap.
And Corky already has one item fully built. Just waiting for it to evolve now. But a
Yeah.
massive team fight going on right now.
Whoa!
Could be a huge move. And they got the kill on Nautilus.
Nice.
And they're keeping on pushing. And then our support dies. Liana dies.
Oh, jeez.
But they're very low. Maybe we can try to do something here.
Come on, Pioneers.
Oh, and Hecarim with a... Oh, and Hecarim
Oh
with
my
the... Oh,
gosh.
my gracious.
That was nasty.
Goodness gracious. Seer and Gigi with a...
That was everyone but our top
play.
laner right there.
And they end up getting Drake now. And Gwen could be getting a possible kill on this Malphite up here.
Wow. Yeah, Syracuse with the second dragon buff.
That's the second dragon.
Oh, wow.
That would be the gas dragon.
And the map is transformed. Correct, Ricky Bobby?
Yep, the map is transformed now. So we have a lot of pressure from Cyprus. Just the team as a whole. I think a lot of pinnacles right now is Seer and Yamo. They're playing very, very... Oh, and Malphite with the amazing kill.
Yo,
Oh, but he's
get
able
her.
to secure it. And Gwen is able to get out of there
No.
at 1%. Wow.
Wow.
Small play just paying amazing at this top lane. They might be fighting again on Malphite, and they're both going to recall. They're both going to call it a day with that fight. That was a really, really good engagement
Yeah, that
by
was a
Malphite.
good engagement.
I was hoping that Kakid was going to be able to confirm that, hopefully, but it's okay. And as you see on the map, we don't really have a lot of vision, but Syracuse has just... Cyprus has amazing vision right now. It's so hard to say that name.
No, you're good.
That's
Yeah.
such a unique name. There we go.
Yeah.
Love how I mentioned that, and Leona was like, "Yo, let's get these words out of here." And Corky takes the blue buff to keep his mana consistent.
Syracuse is just snatching up all these neutral objectives right now.
No, they're doing amazing.
Which
right now.
is that's gonna
and Leona
steamroll.
looking to go in, but Jinx maybe
No.
might not be able to do something. And I think that's going to be Leona's life, actually. Oh, and then Leona used her flash.
Flashed away.
But then Hecarim is coming in for a massive gank. Maybe. Oh, but Hecarim's waiting. There's an amazing gank over here on top lane.
Yes.
And V making a massive play on the Gwen. Could they score? Oh, when Jinx just misses his R. But then Hecarim goes in with his R. Oh, when Hecarim dies by our mid.
No.
Oh, so many plays going on. That was an amazing play, though.
Yeah, that
Finally
was a lot.
got Hecarim out, which that's amazing shutdown gold, which that is much needed.
Syracuse gets the first turret kill.
Hoping to see if we can get anything off this, though. Malphite is going to be pushing his top lane now.
Yeah.
And then Corky going in. Oh, and now,
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. That was just quite unfortunate.
That happened quick.
Oh, and then he hits the penguin dab. That is just, wow.
Oh.
That's utter disrespect.
That's mad disrespectful.
Wow, that was a very good play by Corky. And Corky,
That was
actually,
a nice
Yamo
play.
has not died once, surprisingly. And he is looking pretty fed right now.
Oh, wow, yeah.
See, we have a massive gold diff right now. It's a 6K gold diff. In a sense.
Yeah, that's
oh, and I not know my
yeah.
math. That is a 4K gold diff. I'm so sorry, people.
It's all right. It's a bit of a gold difference at this
Yes.
point.
The main
Syracuse
point is a bit of a gold
yeah,
difference.
Yeah.
And as you can see, Kaisa has her mythic fully online now, which she is going to start hitting very, very hard if she hasn't already.
That top lane, they have been.
No, Gwen has been making it known that
Gwen's
this is her lane. There's
I think
not
I
much that Malphite
think her
can do
name
about
is
it.
on it.
Actually, see Gwen is just she must like keep that pressure up because she knows that she can overpower, try to overpower this Malphite, but Malphite still holding his own.
Yeah, he's doing good up there.
As you can see,
Possibly a little bit of an engagement here in the middle lane.
Yamo and Senna, and now we also have Gigi
Back
in
up to
mid
the
lane
top
trying
lane.
to see if we can make a play. But now we have the Fire Drake up in 55 seconds. I think everybody is starting to get ready for that, which they are.
Yep. The Pioneers need to snatch this thing up if they can.
I'm hoping this should be a very good team fight, hopefully.
Yeah, we'll see a big team fight here.
I really haven't seen the top lane, any of the top laners actually try and rotate to try and help out to confirm this Drake. But
No,
this
I
is
think
not necessary since both of them are just
this
looks
is
like they're in their own little worlds right now, which is
there
totally
might be a
fine.
professional rivalry up there or something. They are focused in. I think they've been waiting for this battle for a long time.
Malphite taking his minions. There seems like to be a massive CS difference between Yamo and between Crush.
Yeah, that's a big CS.
Yeah, Corki is at 148 while our mid is at 109. But
109.
it looks like, oh my gosh, and a massive, just amazing team. They just tumbled on
Yep.
Gigi, on Kaisa. Just
Big team fight.
a massive team
Big
right now.
team
They
fight,
won't
son.
have their carry, but then Hecarim with the massive R
That was a big.
and makes a
R,
play. But now
yo.
we're also making a play, and Hecarim's just chasing.
And they just chased us straight out of there.
Oh, but then Jinx,
Oh, yes.
Allison having an amazing game also, confirming all these kills. But then Gwen is pushing now. Oh, my goodness. And Allison with another kill. But then Malphite confirms the kill. Are we able to take Gwen out? Gwen is one shot. Are we able to confirm it?
Literally one shot. Get her.
Oh, and Gwen. Oh,
Oh.
Sister skill shot.
Get her.
Yes, Allison. Oh, my,
Allison
gosh,
went
amazing
off,
kill.
son.
It was an amazing team fight right there. Maybe
That
I
was
would want to
huge.
say if we can attack Drake, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, they need to get the dragon
but
now.
They're both
Well,
one shot, unfortunately. And you see Hecarim, he is just stumbling and rampaging his way over to Drake because he knows that they're going to try to get it because of that team fight.
yep. Going for the mid tower,
And
Pioneer
V is going
Tower.
to try and start it, but Hecarim is already there. He already has eyes on it.
Wow. Man, it was unfortunate. The Pioneers might have had a little bit of a chance there to try to go for the Drake because that team fight, but it looks like
But then
Syracuse
Corki
got
would
back in
just-
time.
Corki has massive, oh my gosh.
Wow.
Just insane burst by Corki right now. He's level 12.
Yeah.
He's quite fed more than anybody in this game right now.
No, but they
But
got
that
him.
doesn't even matter because V just destroys him.
Did not matter.
And then Gwen makes a play. And Gwen confirms
Oh.
2 kills on the V
Wow.
and on Malphite. Says goodbye to Cockweed and Crush. Wow. And then that will be Drake
And
in
Syracuse going for the dragon
Syracuse
now.
hands.
Yep.
Leona looking to try and contest them, but I don't think BK will be able to do anything. And then you see Gwen coming from behind, and he is going. Oh, and then that is Jinx's flash, unfortunately. And you
And
see they get the kill on Leona, and they
Wow.
also get the kill on Jinx. Fortunate. GG finally got
yeah,
her
Syracuse-
payback
Syracuse
on
is owning
Allison.
This.
Syracuse playing really, really solid right now. They just have a lot of team fights. A lot of team fights have been going their way. Maybe we can try to do something.
And they have acquired that third dragon buff.
And the vision is absolutely unreal right now
Yeah,
for
they have a
Syracuse.
ton.
They are not letting anything slip by in the map, especially on the bottom jungle.
And at this point, we have almost a 6,000 gold difference. Pretty big kill difference, too.
Yes, a massive kill difference
We're
there.
approaching 20 minutes into this match.
Whereas they're having just such a fantastic game right now.
Spawned in the Rift Herald.
But then again, I don't want to say the game is over. It could take just a matter of a couple team fights. We do have the Fire Drake coming up in about 3 minutes and 50 seconds, and it looks like Baron is coming up in 8 seconds. So we are
Yep.
kind of already entering into that
Wow,
end
Rift
game
Herald took
at
a little-
20 minutes.
Rift Herald took a little bite out of that tower.
Oh yeah, there's a massively push, and it seems
A little
like
bite.
okay, they just Hecarim secured vision for
Yep,
Baron. I don't think
again.
they're gonna go for. Oh, and they hopped on It seems they hopped on V, unfortunately, and then it seems like that's
Man.
an unfortunate team fight. They're trying to make a play, but it doesn't seem like they can do anything right now
Wow.
because of just how fed and impactful Corky was. But he died. And oh my goodness,
Jeez.
Gwen. It seems like Corky and Gwen are just a pain.
Yeah, Corky and Gwen are
Gwen is
causing
absolutely tanky right
problems.
now. Yeah, but it seems like the whole team is overleveled by, I want to say, about 2 levels right now, and it seems like that will be Baron. They're secure Baron. They
Yeah, they're gonna
wasted
yeah.
no time to secure
They
Baron.
wasted 0 time.
Oh, when Jinx tried to steal it with his ult,
Wow.
but came in too late.
That would have
Came
been
in
that
too
would have been a
early.
really cheeky steal if he
Would have
would've
been
got
very
that.
insane.
That'd have been nuts.
But now Gwen's pushing her top lane. And if you do not know, when you have the Baron buff, if you go near your minions, it buffs your minions, and
Yes.
they do a ton of damage to
Yeah, minions
towers.
get stronger. So that top lane with Gwen up there, that's gonna be tough.
Yeah, no, that I think I want to say that lane is already over with because as you can see, Gwen's tower hasn't even been touched this entire game. Same with mid, and the only tower that we have right now is the bottom lane. But it seems like a massive team fight is going on in Hecarim.
Wow.
You know, he hits the ult and confirms that kill on Allison, unfortunately. And now Point Park will not have their carry for about 25 seconds. And so you have Kaisa playing just really aggressive by herself right now. Very, very bold of her. But now Hecarim comes in. It seems like they're trying to look in possibly team fight. It looks like they're just pushing
trying to
lanes
keep
right now.
that tower-
And I
wow.
feel so bad for V.
Bottom lane.
It seems like she just spawned and she was trying to contest them with the Baron, but Baron is just too much. That buff is insane.
And they're going in for the final tower
Yes,
on the
and I
bottom lane.
believe they are going in to end the game practically.
They're going in for the middle tower too.
And now they'll
Now
be
they're
getting
going for
the
the inhibitor.
inhibitors, unfortunately.
Wow.
Oh, my grace. And now you can see just, oh, my gosh. And Nautilus with the amazing playthrough right there with the hook, but
Wow.
isn't able to do anything by it. Gwen is almost one shot.
I think now we're
Maybe
seeing
they
a
can
little
try to
bit
make
of
a
that.
play.
We're seeing a little bit of that 8,000 gold difference.
Oh, of course. You
Almost
could
9,000
definitely
gold
see.
difference, and over a 10 kill difference as well. That
No,
bit of
it's
that
even
like
more than that
snowballing
now.
effect. Yeah.
You can definitely see how the other team, they have a lot of their items fully online now, so there's
Yeah.
not really much that you can do. And then Hecarim just comes out of
No.
nowhere, and that would be the kill. Possibly. Oh, and Hecarim R's, but he misses his R. Oh, Malphite trying to see if he can just. Oh, when he uses the flash, and he gets out of there. Fantastic play by
Nice.
Malphite. He was able
Yeah, that was
to
nice.
get the top lane's tower, first tower, and get out of there safely.
What a play.
Yeah, an amazing
was
play,
sweet.
especially against Baron. That's very brave. Definitely playing with fire right now because
Might get a little bit
I
of a team fight
believe
here.
it only takes one team fight, and I believe the game will be over because they still do have the Baron buff, and they also have 3 Drakes right now.
I believe you are correct, Ricky Bobby.
Just an amazing play.
Yeah,
Amazing play by Corky. He was able
that
to
was nice.
stop for 2 seconds and be invulnerable. Oh, my gracious.
Another
and that would
dragon has
be-
spawned in.
And they secure that dragon.
And yeah, they're going to get that dragon fast.
And Jinx, he ults the dragon, but it just does damage and helps them,
Yeah, it just
unfortunately.
helps. Yeah.
And V, you can see V is trying to make a play, trying to contest for the dragon, but he's not able to do anything, and he gets killed by Nautilus and Gwen. They're trying to do whatever they can to contest their objectives, but you just can't do much right now.
Yeah, they're scooping up a lot of the neutral objectives here.
So it would
Some
be
of them
very-
solo, just
Looking very raw. Oh, they hit
Wow.
the scuttle crab to get right in there. They're trying to see if they can initiate a team fight. And Nautilus with the team fight on
Oh.
Leona. But then
Pioneers
Jinx
are gonna
Allison
defend it,
with
it
the
looks
amazing
like.
play on Hecarim. Allison is having quite the game right now.
the
besides
minions are
everybody
going
being fed.
in on those last towers there.
Yeah, but the minions, oh my goodness. And it's as you said, yeah.
Yep.
The minions are going in on the towers. Now it looks like that is going to be possibly the first game. Maybe they can do something right here. V is going in,
They need
trying
to
to make a play.
They need to get these. Oh,
Amazing burst.
wow.
But Gwen with her abilities gets a ton of health
Yeah.
back. Oh my gracious. It seems like that Gwen has been uncontestable or just untouchable the entire game. And it seems like that is going to be
Yeah,
the
it looks
first
like
game.
Syracuse is going to destroy the Nexus here, and there it is.
That is going to be the first game. Wow. just almost a 20 kill difference.
Wow.
Syracuse came in and they were definitely not playing.
No, Syracuse wasn't messing around. I saw we got a lot of good plays from the Pioneers though.
No, I definitely had a lot of good plays, but yeah, I think in that game it just came to a lot of objectives. We would have good plays, but
Yeah.
they stayed on top of objectives. They wasted no time.
After that first dragon, there was a possibility that
And
the
oh my
Pioneers
gracious, they
could've-
wasted no time with the Baron. Even though Point
Yeah.
Park's team was up and near the jungle, they had full confidence that they could secure the Baron without it getting stolen. That's just very bold gameplay from Syracuse.
Yeah, and after that first dragon, there may have been a chance that the Pioneers could have come back. But after that second one,
As
the
you
snowball started rolling a little bit, and then
see Nautilus, Sene goes 1-3 with 20 assists. He was in every single team fight,
Wow.
making such an impact for his team.
yeah,
Oh, no, my gracious.
20 assists.
And Hack'em with it. He had some amazing engagements, which I
Yeah.
kind of figured that Hack'em was going to be a huge problem, as I said, in the ban phase, which he definitely made a huge impact. But let's talk about this Gwen right now, because compared to everybody else,
Yeah.
there was some team fights, and they were going Point Park's way, but when it came
And
to
then
the
Gwen
top
showed
lane,
up.
when Gwen showed up, the team fight instantly went their way. It was
Yeah.
practically over. The Gwen, she couldn't even be contested the entire game. Didn't even
Yeah.
touch her tower until like 20 minutes in.
And our Malphite did a good job on the top lane trying to keep her back, but after a
He
certain
definitely tried
point-
his best, but he
No,
just got
played
pressured
good.
by
He-
Gwen,
and he got that first
unfortunately.
tower, but yeah, after a certain point, as soon as Gwen showed up,
Oh, it was unreal.
yeah,
And they tried even, I think what really was kind of the switch, kind of. So we kind of knew that Gwen owned that lane, was
Yeah.
when V and Malphite, they tried to fight her, and she ended up getting the kill on the jungler, because that sets our jungler back, and Hack'em was able to just do whatever he wants
Yeah.
for about like 20 seconds because they got that trade. If they would have confirmed that and had the kill on Gwen without us having to trade our jungler, then I think we would have been looking in a way better spot.
yeah.
But I think mainly the objectives, it was just they wasted no time with these objectives. It was
No, they
just
did not.
insane.
And it came to the point that as soon as those objectives were spawning in, Syracuse
they were so
was-
confident. It baffles me.
Syracuse, they would just send like one person
Exactly.
to just go get it because they were so over leveled.
That was so bold.
yeah, that was a good game though. That was really cool.
No, I think Allison did.
that was awesome.
Allison did a great job in the bottom lane. There was just
Yeah.
not much you could do at some point, but I really like that Leona and Jinx combo. I hope they go with that again. I feel like that was working.
Yeah, for sure. Man, yeah, that was after a certain point. There's not much like you kind of see when it starts to happen.
Yeah, you can see when the game is called, even though in other games like maybe like Smite for instance, you could be like 30 minutes in, other team has like 50 kills, you only have 10 kills, but it only takes one team fight. But with League it's a little bit different
Yeah,
because you
yeah.
do have Baron, you do have these Drakes, and you want to emphasize on confirming these objectives because they help you out in the long run.
And that Baron buff with like making your minions stronger is so big, especially that late into the
No,
game.
it's so impactful. I'm still baffled that they just had so much confidence to just confirm it because, I mean,
You just walked up to it. And
yeah,
just
in a
poked it a
perfect
couple
world,
times and
if
it
you
died.
try to do that in front of a fully well-alive team, then it's most likely going to get stolen. But they just weren't able to contest it. I could see that V was trying to contest that, but he just wasn't able to do anything, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, that was a good performance there by Syracuse. Good performance by the Pioneers as well.
No, definitely. I'm hoping to see what happens this next game, and we should be getting ready for this next game
Yes.
in just a few.
Should be hopping in.
And I believe it is also a best 2 out of 3. So
Yes, it is.
it should be. Might be game point for Syracuse, but it could also be our first win for Point Park, which I'm pretty sure will definitely be our first win for Point Park. You know,
Yeah,
first games are adjustments. You know what I'm saying? You make
Yeah.
adjustments and you figure out another team comp or maybe the
Mhm.
same comp to see what's gonna work and what doesn't work. So now they know what works, what doesn't
Yeah.
work, and now they can go forward. And this is the second game.
Yeah,
I'm hoping
well-
to see a lot from the second game.
Yeah, we'll definitely see if the Pioneers can adjust and switch up their game because I think to be honest, at least from what I observed, after a point it seemed like Syracuse was getting like those buffs and they were getting the more levels, but in those team fights there was some close.
Yeah, definitely. That's what
Yeah.
caught me off guard is that they were close.
Yeah.
They were close team fights, but it just seemed like whenever Gwen and Heckram came in, the fight was over.
Yeah.
But for right now, we are going to go into intermission for a little bit. We'll be back with you for the second game.
Yep. Sorry, folks, we're back. We were having a little technical
A little bit of
difficulties there.
spectating typical. But here we go, and we are live. And so Syracuse is on the blue side now, and Point Park is on the red side.
Yeah, we're into game 2.
And they are doing a full invasion, it looks like.
Uh-oh.
Oh, my gracious. And it's looking like a massive team fight. Oh, and
Oh.
he flashed for it. Very, very good.
We got
It seems
minion
like
spawns in
Syracuse kind
30
of switched
seconds.
up their comp a little bit. Still have Corky, still have Nautilus with the Kaisa, but now it's looking like they have Mordekaiser for top.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised about that. I thought they would have stayed with the Gwen just because of how well Gwen worked last game.
Yeah.
But Point Park
Interesting.
looks like they switched up their comp a little bit. They're still staying with the Malphite. They're pretty confident with the Malphite. So I'm hoping that maybe that Malphite can blossom a little bit this game compared to last
Yes.
game. We have a Diana jungle now. And she is starting at her red buff, which is really good.
Playing it safe again, just trying to strategize a little bit here, looks like in the beginning.
I was hoping to see an invasion. I thought it was going to be an invasion.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well, Point Park going for some of those neutral objectives.
I really, really wanted an invasion to happen, but
I'm
It's
sorry,
fine.
Syracuse. Syracuse going for those neutral objectives. The teams have switched colors.
alrighty. And it looks like everything is pretty even right now. Everybody's just kind of chilling. We got some poking in the mid lane right now, kind of just filling each other out, saying hi.
Everyone's
A lot
getting
of poking
acquainted.
right now.
Okay.
So we got bot lane. I love seeing this action in bot lane. I want to see everything.
Yeah.
Because we have this Kaisa and we have this Nautilus again now. But now we have Tom Kenshi, which is a really, really good support, especially for team fights.
Okay. Mid lane.
Got a lot of damage on
is-
this Corky
is-
right now.
are the
Could
Pioneers
that
gonna
be
get the
first
kill?
kill? Could that be the first kill?
No.
Oh, just chucking
Close.
damage into him.
Some pressure there from the Pioneers.
When it seems like, so he's coming over. So Syracuse jungler is coming over for a gank.
Looks like it. A little bit of pressure from Syracuse here in the bottom lane.
See if Leeson can do something. A massive gank in mid lane, but Point Park was able to flash out of that. Cross is a little bit low.
First blood
Oh, and first blood
by Syracuse. Point Park there fighting for
I
that.
want to say that's good, but it was a first blood on the support. Support really doesn't hold that much value, I guess, for gold. But it looks like Corky is just feeding for the kill and ends up dying
Whoa!
to the tower for playing too aggressively. Now that kill
Nice.
means everything.
Yeah, that is gonna mean a lot.
She's like the carry. He flashed to try and get that kill, and it seems like he's going to secure that kill.
No.
Oh my goodness! Victor
The Pioneers
defends
are
that
the
skill.
Pioneers
And
are
is that going
putting
to be the
up
second
more
kill?
of a
Oh my gosh! Double kill, massive gold for Victor right now. I am so excited.
Look at that.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
The Pioneers are definitely stepping up their game this time. They're
Yeah, definitely playing a lot more aggressive in the
Yeah, they're
early game.
definitely
confirming
playing a
these
lot more
kills. I really do
aggressive.
like this.
Yeah.
And then again, just like last game, the bottom lane was not doing bad. They were actually holding their own.
Yeah.
I really want to see what happens up top lane though, because they are very, very confident with this Malphite. This Mordekaiser is just playing aggressive as always. I think that is honestly just how PlayP plays. So we're gonna have to deal with that. Seems like a massive CS difference as well
Yeah.
with top lane, which that can be quite detrimental.
So right now, it looks like Syracuse is up in gold, not by much. Actually, it was a little more of a difference, and then it got real close.
It's very even right now.
Yeah, very even right now.
We're up 1 kill, so I kind of that evens it out.
Yeah.
But a massive playthrough by Syracuse,
Oh,
and Leeson is
wow.
going to have that kill. Sear, oh my goodness, with the amazing gank on bottom lane.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was pretty big.
And he also secures a kill on Allison, which is unfortunate. You don't want your carry to be dying that early in the game.
Kill
But it
count
seems like a
is
massive
even.
gank. Oh,
Big
can they
gank.
confirm the kill? But Mordekaiser holds his own. Wow. Unfortunate. You
Pioneers
hate
were
to
going
see,
for it.
hate
Yeah.
to see failed ganks, especially in the early game. You don't want to have
Oh,
failed
and
games.
Syracuse, where is Point Parker? Syracuse is
Wow.
going for the dragon. They're going to get it.
Is confirming the dragon, while the jungler, man, it's detrimental.
And they scooped that up.
Yep. While our jungler
Wow,
had,
Mountain Drake.
unfortunately, a failed gank on top lane, their jungler, Syracuse jungler Lee Sin, he punished them by getting the dragon, by getting the first Drake. And that is going to be the Mountain
That
Drake
is
as
a
well.
punish right there.
That is unfortunate. Seer is having a fantastic game right now. We are
Yeah.
hoping to see more of him possibly. And hopefully Diana can
Pioneers.
do something about this.
Yeah.
Because you don't want it to happen again. They're going for these objectives, and they're going to play aggressive for these objectives. But Tom Kenzie looking to go in.
Pioneers are going in here. A little bit of a
A
fight.
little bit of some poking from the supports, but it seems like they're just going to back off for right now. It seems like Lee Sin, again, is looking for that gank. Lee Sin has been going for that game all game. I'm saying all game, and it's the beginning of the game, but Lee Sin is playing so
Yeah.
aggressive. Seer is so
Yeah.
confident in ganking this bottom lane.
Back in
Looks
the
like he
mid for a little
backs
bit of
off.
action. Oh, a little push on the Pioneers tower.
Again, as you can see on the map, Syracuse once again has a ton of vision.
They have a lot.
A ton of wards on the red side, on the red side's jungle and on the left side's jungle, and they also have both of the scuttle crabs actually at both of the rivers, which that is just so impactful to have that scuttle crab, to have that vision in that river, because that is where a lot of the action happens.
Yes.
And Mordekaiser is just with this constant pressure and with almost a 30 difference of CS, and which is very huge
Yeah.
against top laner, and he's starting to chunk Malphite, unfortunately, with a level difference now. Oh my gracious.
Yeah, it looks like Malphite's going to have to
Malphite's gonna have to
try
do
to keep
something,
up.
or
He's
this is
gonna-
gonna be
yeah.
this is gonna be his lane all over again. PlayP is owning this lane. He is letting him know that this is my lane.
yeah, yeah.
Oh my gracious.
They're going in again. He's just getting a little chip damage on the tower.
And it seems like Diana and our mid is looking for a huge gank on the Corki, but Corki is running away towards the Mordekaiser to try and get some help, but he's falling back, and he's able to hold his own in mid.
Nice.
Seems
Nice
like
play there.
some action can be happening in bot, but Kaisa is coming over. Lisa's also there, but Allison gets the kill, and he
Oh.
also gets... but he also gets
No,
traded out by
trade.
Gigi, the Kaisa, but there's a massive kill. Could that be the kill on Corki?
Yes.
And he gets the kill on Corki Crush with a fantastic
that.
pick. But then Kaisa also gets the kill on Tom Kenshi, unfortunately. Some good
It looks
playthroughs right now.
Ma-
There's a
Malphite-
2K.
Malphite got up to the same level, but that CS difference is still insane. It's
No,
a
CS difference is still huge.
40 CS difference.
But as long as he can hold his own, which hopefully he can, the first tower is nearing almost a half health, unfortunately. Not even 10 minutes in the game, but it seems like they are fighting and they are going for that Rift Herald. It's almost over, and Lee Sin and Mordekaiser are coming in to contest.
The Pioneers are going
Could
for
be a
it.
massive fight, but then
Yes.
Mordekaiser, he gets the kill, and that is going to be Syracuse Rift Herald. Oh, it's very odd. Yes, are you
Wow.
going for Syracuse? Are you sure you're on Point
No,
Park side,
you
man?
know, I ain't gonna
what's
lie.
happening, bruh?
I ain't gonna lie to you. I keep forgetting which color everyone. The color switch is throwing me off so much. I don't know why. I thought.
Oh, but that was an amazing. I think. Yep.
Man.
Believe. Oh, and I thought Malphite was gonna die there. I thought he got ignited, but he gets out of there 1%. It is still looking very, very even right now. It is 6-6, but
Yes.
we do have that Drake coming in a minute, and that will be the Wind Drake. Now, with the Wind Drake is very, very, I believe, it is very unique and very useful when it comes to the second dragon, because it changes the map, and if you don't know, you get a movement speed
Yes.
through the jungle. So there's a lot of fast ganks that can happen, a lot of fast plays that can happen in a matter of an instant just because of that Drake alone. So hopefully maybe something can be happening there.
Yeah.
Diana in the blue side now, trying to see if she can just get her farm up. It's looking pretty even, about like a
Yeah.
6 CS difference between the junglers. Both of the junglers have been making plays, playing really, really well right now. It seems like everybody's
Yeah.
just kind of chilling right now.
Little bit of a gold difference.
But I cannot lie. the top CS difference. It is poking out to me like an absolute eyesore. This Mordekaiser is making himself so known.
Yeah, it's still almost a 50 CS difference. That's pretty
Oh,
crazy.
but a huge engage by Nautilus. Oh,
Oh
my
my
gracious.
god.
And with the massive armor.
Summoning the Rift Herald as well.
Oh, but that'd be an amazing engagement by Diana. And Belisin is coming over to
Wow.
try and help Syracuse. And then there's the Rift Herald in mid going on at the same time. Kaisa might be able. Oh, and Lee Sin goes in and secures that kill on Diana, unfortunately. What an engagement by Syracuse. You thought that it was kind of going by Point Park's way, which it was for a
It
minute. But
was,
while
yeah.
all of that action was going
were
on,
playing-
they ended up getting the Rift Herald in the mid
Yeah.
and chunked the mid tower a bit. And now, unfortunately, because of that engagement, because Diana died and she's just spawning, they secure the win drake. Unfortunately, Syracuse gets a win
They
drake.
got
That is their second
wow.
win drake now. That is Chemfog. He's
Yeah, you saw in the beginning that the Pioneers are playing a little bit of an aggressive game, and it was working. But it
they were
seems
playing
like
a bit aggressive, but it seems like that Syracuse was like, okay, you're gonna play aggressive, say less. We'll
take
bring the
dragon.
heat too. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go take the Mountain Dragon real quick, and then we'll
Now
get
you have
the
Malphite and Diana just kind of showing up top. Maybe they can see to fight this Mordekaiser. I do not advise to fight a Mordekaiser because, I mean, the Mordekaiser can hold his own with these ganks. He can put you in a 1v1, deal with you, and then deal with the other one, especially since there's a 2-level deficit between
Yeah.
the Mordekaiser and Diana right now. So Diana, she could help, but there's not really so much you can do.
Yeah, I agree.
And it seems like Diana's going in, and he's actually taking Lee Sin's jungle
Malphite's
Leeson's
pushing
red
up toward
side.
the
Who's side?
Syracuse tower, but
Mordekaiser
wow.
out presses the Malphite. Unfortunately, there's only so much
was
aggressive and
quick.
fighting you can get with that Mordekaiser before he starts hitting you. Oh my gosh! And Lee Sin with the amazing
wow.
gank on
That was
mid.
a good gank.
Again, Lee Sin, Seer having an amazing game right now with these ganks.
Yeah.
He is 3-1 right now. He's, I want to say, quite fed.
Yeah.
But still also seems pretty even. Not really anybody's, I want to say, per se fed right now, but there is a 3K deficit right now when it comes to gold. Massive gank on Mordekaiser. Maybe they can kill this Mordekaiser and get this shutdown gold. I'm hoping. Get the shutdown gold. Kill this man, bruh.
Get him.
And Corky goes in and
No.
saves him, bruh. Oh, my
Wow.
gracious. And Corky, he's going to go in and he's going to secure that kill
Wow.
on Diana. What an absolute gank. And what a
was a
rotate
gank.
by Syracuse mid Corky. Oh, my gracious.
Now they're pushing.
It's so
in
funny. I
toward
keep
bottom
on
tower.
giving attention to Seer and giving attention to Play P, but I keep forgetting about Corky. Yamo has been making himself known throughout this entire game. Oh my gracious.
And yep.
and Lee Sin.
Wow.
I don't want to be the one to say it, but Lee Sin has been babying this bottom lane, just constantly gaking it. And he flashed to try and get a kill, but wasn't able to try and secure the kill. But they are out pressuring them, and they want to get that bottom tower.
Yeah, they do. They're going for that.
Oh my gracious. And we do have the next dragon coming up in 2 minutes and 5 seconds. Still got some time. Maybe a couple more team fights can happen around there. Don't know.
And we lost turret plating. Turret plating fell just a couple seconds ago.
It's unfortunate. Oh my goodness. And Corky just goes in like an absolute madman, but takes so much tower damage,
That
nearly
was
dying.
a lot of tower damage.
Oh,
Whoa!
my gracious. But
Shut
then our mid
down.
comes in, and he just goes ballistic and possibly a triple kill.
Oh.
We don't know yet. Mordekaiser holding his own. He's level 11, and absolute destruction. Oh, my gracious. Oh, they were able to get out of there.
Yeah, they got out of there.
Oh, my gracious. But no, they
No.
were able to get out of there because Lee Sin makes himself known once again.
Wow.
Oh, my gracious. What a play. You can see that they were trying, Point Park was trying to gang up on this Mordekaiser, try and get rid of him, but
Yeah.
they weren't able to. And
Did not
Malphite,
work.
because of that, Malphite is trying to take care of the tower because he sees the Mordekaiser is in bottom lane, which I want to say that's a fantastic decision, but also your team is struggling in the bottom lane to try and take care of this level 12 Mordekaiser, this fed Mordekaiser.
Here comes Corgi.
And Corky's doing a billions of damage. You see massive poke damage
Chased
on
him
this
straight
Malphite.
out of there.
And he's very confident to chase him because we did lose that first tower in top, but he lets go of him. So every time Corky engages, it's just you're in his grip until you can get far away.
Syracuse going for the Rift Herald again.
Yeah, they're, as I said, they are confident with these objectives. They are not going to let go, Carson. They are going to be unrelenting.
Yeah. The Pioneers are seeming like they're in a bit of a defensive mode right now.
You can only hope to try and get a trade off because we do have the next dragon in 18 seconds. There goes to be a massive team fight in mid right now to try and see if we can do something. Again, this Mordekaiser is making himself known. We need possibly our top to try and help. We don't know. They're going
Pioneers
to try
are getting ready for the dragon. They're getting ready.
A 6K gold deficit right now.
Wow.
And here we go, Nautilus with the amazing hook on the Tom Kenshi. But Tom Kenshi is able to try and get out of there. And we do secure the poison dragon. I'm going to stick with that statement.
Forgive us if that's the incorrect nomenclature.
The gas dragon, yes, the gas dragon. But Mordecai, as you can see,
so
just
nice. The Pioneers got a dragon buff.
They got the dragon, but at the cost of nearly all of their lives, unfortunately.
yeah.
It makes you really think if that dragon
Syracuse
was really worth it, unfortunately.
Walking through here, it looks like.
And now it seems like they are going to full push this bottom tower and push this lane up to the max.
Yeah, they're just going for it, I think. It looks like they're trying to commit to something
here.
Oh,
my gracious. The bottom lane is having quite the game. I want to say I don't notice this Kai'Sa so much, but she is making herself known with being in these team fights.
Yeah.
Just pumping out so much damage to these guys.
So that's the second middle tower. The second bottom. I'm sorry.
Yes, that is the second bottom tower, unfortunately.
Yeah.
One more time there, they're already at the inhibitor for the bottom lane, unfortunately. And as you can see, Malphite is trying to heavily push that top lane to try and make some space on their map side.
That tower is falling pretty fast. Wow.
Huge play by Point Park.
That was awesome. Let's go.
See Diana, she secures that mid tower to try and open up the space just like Syracuse has in the mid lane. But see, they're going to try to get this kill. They're going to try to poke at this Mordekaiser again. Maybe they can get this kill. I'm hoping. But you got to be careful of Mordekaiser's R because he will put you in that 1v1. A
little bit of a fight going on here.
But then Mordekaiser, he holds his own and takes out Malphite. But then Victor takes out Corky, which is a huge play right now. And Mordekaiser holds his own, taking out Tom Kemshi. But then you have Lee Sin coming around and kills Diana, unfortunately. Oh, my gracious. That turned out to be such a good team fight, but then you have Nautilus and Lee Sin. They notice it, and they pick up on it, and they help out their teammate so fast. You can definitely tell that the communication with Syracuse is just absolutely unreal right now.
Yeah, their communication seems to be pretty on point.
See,
we've got a 9-kill difference and a almost 10,000 gold difference.
An insane gold deficit right now.
That's a big gold deficit.
We do have the Rift Herald coming up in a minute. That will be the second Shelly, what they say, you know.
Yes.
Got some cool terms, you know what I'm saying? Oh, pretty cool, pretty cool.
You know the terms. You got them. You got it.
So everybody's just chilling right now. Point Park is just trying to push their lanes up right now to try and get some pressure off of them.
Yeah, I mean,
we need a team fight right now.
Yeah, they need a team fight, and
a successful team
Pioneers got to try to scoop up this next dragon whenever it spawns in. They got to try to get it, I think.
We have a minute and 55 for dragon. We still got a little bit of chill time before we end up having to deal with dragon. As you can see, Mordekaiser down there. He's just taking some jungle on his own in bottom lane. Also have Victor at top and Corky at top. Maybe we can get some fighting over here. Not sure. You have Kai'Sa, Nautilus, and Lee Sin. Nautilus with the amazing engagement on the Tom Kenshi. You see like Tom Kenshi. That is Tom Kenshi's life, and Lee Sin picks himself up another kill. He's a 7-1. This man is unstoppable. The CS is even, but the team fights are just insane. And as you can see, our Point Park.
And they're just going straight for the Rift. Like they're just going straight in for the Baron.
Goodness. Wow, I thought that was Shelly. That was Baron. Unfortunately,
They're going right in for the Rift Baron.
You know what it is? I was hoping that was silly. I wanted to avoid saying Baron. I didn't want them to get banned.
Yeah, you're trying to keep it out of existence by not speaking it.
And Mordekaiser being an absolute
maybe if I don't say
distraction
it.
in bottom lane. But if they can try and steal this, oh my
They should
goodness.
try to
But Corki
steal
goes
this.
in, and he doesn't even matter.
Oh
it doesn't
my
even matter. Lee Sin
gosh.
and Corki just go in. So like, you guys want
Wow.
to contest, we'll take you out with us. Oh
Wow.
my gracious. And you have Mordekaiser pushing bottom lane, doing whatever
This
he
Morde-
wants. He's by
Yeah,
himself.
yeah. This
He's
Morde-
just an absolute, like, final boss. They can't handle him. He's level 14.
Did he have a cutscene whenever he walked in?
Oh my gracious, it seems like it.
He might have had a cutscene whenever he walked in. He's doing what he
He
whatever
forces
he wants.
Malphite's flash, and Malphite still dies, unfortunately. And maybe
Is he
Tom
gonna
Kenzie
die?
can get this kill, but they're, oh my gracious. And Tom Kenzie uses, tries to eat him, but isn't able to.
What?
Mordekaiser
Oh my
at level
gosh.
15, higher than anyone in the game right now. Usually
Syracuse
top is
taking
higher
another tower.
than any. Oh my god!
Mordekaiser's still alive.
You see this
He's
amazing,
still
just
there.
insane chunk damage on Diana right now.
He might be the final boss of this game.
Diana, unfortunately, going 1-8, having a pretty rough game right now. They're trying to see what she can do, but every time she tries to make a team fight, tries to do something, Lee Sin and Nautilus and Kaisa, that dangerous trio, they make a
Yeah.
move.
15K gold difference at this point.
Oh my gracious!
14
it's
kill
getting bigger.
difference. Yeah.
And the next dragon is up, and they are going to secure that instantly with no hesitation. Lee Sin soloing the dragon by himself.
Wow.
Just to let it be known again, we are sponsored by Red Bull.
Shout outs to Red Bull. Thanks for hooking us up, guys. Really appreciate that.
And let's get
Man.
back to it. Syracuse, they secured that next dragon. Diana hits the vulnerability to try and get out of there. Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
but
he's
is able to get
pulled
out
her
of there.
right in.
Mordekaiser just doing whatever he wants again. He's nearly at level 16. This man is looking absolutely unstoppable. 27-12. They are just having an insane game. And I think in this time around, it is objectives.
Mordekaiser's just going
But
for that lap.
it's really that top lane. I hate
Yeah.
to say it. That top lane is just, he's doing whatever he wants. I mean, the CS 292. What can you do?
Yeah.
Oh my gracious! This man is just, it's ridiculous. His laning phase is just unreal.
Yeah. Syracuse here gonna steal this out most likely. Going for
Paladin,
that.
and they are moving with Baron, hoping to
Yeah.
end the game.
There was a point here in the last game where Syracuse went for a push like this and Point Park fended them off for
Yes,
a
and
phase,
it
but
was- I cannot
I cannot see this
happening.
happening this time around. I mean,
You just have Corki being an absolute pest, doing just a million damage every time he goes in. And Nautilus, he keeps on going for Point Park's support to get him out of there.
big old team
They try
fight
to
right
make
here.
a play, but Corki gets so many kills, busting out so much damage. And with the Mordekaiser, that's a triple kill with Corki. Oh my
Wow.
gracious. And you can see that chunk
Triple?
damage that Mordekaiser is doing. It's unrealistic. Oh my gracious. And
Wow.
Lee Sin tried to get a little bit hungry there. I think he's just playing for fun. Went into there to try and get for that kill, but then Mordekaiser pulls him back in. And oh my gracious, they're just with a million kills. Oh, they take damage. Maybe they can hold this down. I'm not sure. They're trying to do something. Crush is trying to do something.
Maybe, yeah. Oh,
He contests the Kaisa, gets the kill on
Nice.
Kaisa. Try to see if they can take care of
you
this
know what?
Nautilus. Nautilus is trying to get out of there.
I'll eat my words, Ricky Bobby. They did fend it off.
They
I'll
did
eat
fend
my
it
words.
off.
I'll eat my words. I
This
stand
is good.
corrected.
I believe
Wow.
the game is very, very possible right now because they did try to push and end the game with Baron, but I do think they could have ended the game if they didn't get.
Can we get a
so
counter? Do you think we
hungry.
get a counter push here from Point Park? Do you think like they can turn this around?
They can definitely. I believe they can definitely turn this around. Maybe do something with this. You have Crush. He's at level 15. Mid laner. He's definitely dishing out a lot of damage right now.
Yeah.
If we could keep him alive and possibly have Malphite more in these team fights, I think that we could definitely do something here.
I'm hoping so. I'll be honest. I thought it was over at that last.
I
push.
need
thought it
Malphite
was
to get
over.
his revenge on this Mordekaiser.
Oh yeah.
This Mordekaiser needs to die. He is literally 10-1. He's been uncontested this entire game. If we can
Yep.
contest him just a couple times, then this game is very possible. We have 2 minutes on Dragon right now, and we have a minute and 25 seconds for Baron.
If Point Park scoops up this next dragon,
Maybe something can happen,
yeah.
but it's going to be very, very hard.
It's going to be tough.
Especially with that Mordekaiser.
That Mordekaiser just might go kill the dragon on his own. He might just look at it, and the dragon might just get scared.
Belize and Mordekaiser and the Corki are making themselves so known in this map. If you could take out one of them, then maybe you could take out all of them. We don't know yet.
But when they're together,
it's just everybody's just kind of chilling and waiting for these objectives to come up.
Yeah. No need to do anything real serious here.
Syracuse, which is insane minion pushes.
Maybe they're going to go for it.
You really want to look for these objectives as Point Park right now, but with these minions pushed up, you can only pay attention to the minions, and now they're going in.
Commander, they have Baron buff on these minions.
You got Nautilus having a lot of fun right now, just kind of emoting, trying to make a play. Nautilus just taking all this damage. He tried to take this damage and they confirm the kill on Nautilus, but then Mordekaiser going in. You have Kai'Sa doing a lot of damage. Maybe they can take out. Oh my goodness! They take out the Kai'Sa. Are they able to take out the Kai'Sa? Oh my gosh! And then Lee Sin goes in, trying to do so much damage, and then Mordekaiser absolutely unstoppable. You can't not contest this,
Triple kill.
Triple kill by Mordekaiser. Ren Adachi.
We might not have time for this next dragon, Ricky Bobby.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be the game.
That's game,
Ren Adachi.
Wow.
What a game. What a game by Syracuse.
You know, I kind of – what do you think here? Like, do you think
if
Point Park had kept up that aggressive energy and, like, you know, do you think they, like, could have used that to get the dragon?
I don't look at our mid. Our mid went 11-3. Had a fantastic and a phenomenal mid game against this Corki, but this Mordekaiser, he made himself known everywhere.
Yep.
He was rotating. He was rotating everywhere around 8 minutes to 10 minutes in the game, confirming the objectives, rotating, and practically being a second jungler, ganking the mid and bot. I mean, it's just so... I mean, you can't do nothing against that, especially with this R that puts you in that 1v1 situation. And if you can't avoid his skill shots and you can't contest them since he's fed, there's only so much that you can do.
Yeah, he was causing problems for everybody.
No, that was...
well, that is match 1 to Syracuse. Those were 2 really good games. That was awesome. I thought that Point Park definitely made some really good plays there. Like, they definitely had... I did see, like, some adaptation, I think, in that second game.
I felt like I did. Definitely in the early game, we were looking really, really good. And then it just got to a point to where I don't know if the jungler was engaging too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think happened there? Do you think it was...
I'm really not sure what jungler, because as you can see, Diana, she went 2-11. Unfortunately, just had a really rough game, just trying to contest that Lee Sin and contest this Mordekaiser. But then again, as a jungler, if another lane is fed, I mean, you can't really gank them. You can't really do much. And as you can see, Diana, she tried to gank and help out Malphite a little bit, but they ended up being failed ganks. And I kind of knew that it was going downhill when we saw Diana go for that gank. It was a failed gank. And then they ended up getting Dragon, and then Lee Sin, he ended up ganking as well and got those 2 kills on Victor and Tom Kenty. Is just unfortunate.
That Mordekaiser went 13-1-8.
I mean, it's just unreal. There's really nothing much else I can say. It's just the Mordekaiser.
Yeah.
He was doing it. He literally did whatever he wanted. I don't want to be that blunt, but I mean 100 CS difference.
I think we can be blunt in this situation. He was doing whatever.
I mean, if you could see the gold difference even between the top lanes, I mean, you could clearly see who made the biggest impact. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. This man was level 13 by like a matter of 12 minutes in the game. That's just unreal.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, Ricky Bobby, do you have any other comments? Anything else you want to add?
Other than my quite annoyed by this Mordekaiser, Sven Mordekaiser. But
yeah,
other than that, I am.
That was a little annoying to watch.
I'm fairly content.
Yep. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This has been Point Park University Esports in the Nace Division. Match 1 of League of Legends goes to Syracuse. That was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Game. Glad to see my boys back in action. You know, kicking this season off a little bit rough, but you know, we have a full season. We have a whole season that we can go, and
there is room for growth.
Exactly. And every Saturday we will be streaming this. So come out, show your support to these Pioneers going against these just phenomenal opponents.
Yeah. I think that's all we got.
All right.
I've been Carson Brunn.
This is Ricky Allen.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yep.